day everyone. For today's lesson, I am going to discuss to you about writing polynomial functions in standard form and factored form. So here are the objectives for our lesson. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to write polynomial functions in standard form and write polynomial functions in factored form. A polynomial function is a function of the form p of x equals a sub n times x raised to n plus a sub n minus 1 times x raised to n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2 times x raised to n minus 2 plus and so on plus a sub 1 times x plus a sub 0, where a sub n is not equal to 0. So that is the form of our polynomial function. The terms of a polynomial may be written in any order. However, if they are written in decreasing powers of x, then the polynomial function is in standard form. So before you proceed, try to recall the following. Okay, so the polynomial function is in standard form if the power is arranged in decreasing order. Okay, so the powers arranged in decreasing order. So complete the table below. So in the first column, we have the polynomial function. In the second column, the term with the highest exponent. And in the third column, terms with lower exponents in descending order. And in the last column is the constant term. So number 1, y equals negative 4x squared plus x raised to 4 minus 45. So what is the term with the highest exponent in our number 1? Okay, so the term with the highest exponent is x raised to 4. Then the terms with lower exponent in descending order is negative 4x squared only. Negative 4x squared with exponent. Okay, with lower exponent. The constant term is negative 45. When we say constant, it is only a number. Number lang siya. Wala siyang variable na kasama. Constant term yun. Okay, so sa number 2 naman, we have y equals 6x squared plus 4x plus 3x cubed. So what is the term with the highest exponent in number 2? So that is 3x cubed. Kasi cube naman yung pinakamalaking exponent sa ating number 2 na polynomial function. At ang kanyang mga terms with lower exponent in descending order is 6x squared. Ito yung kasunod. Then, the last one is 4x. So, dito sa number 2, wala tayong constant term. So, no need to write constant term in number 2 kasi wala naman tayong constant term. So, sa number 3, what is the term with the highest exponent? The polynomial function is y equals 5x raised to 4 minus 5 minus 2x plus x cubed. So the term with highest exponent here is 5x raised to 4. Then the term with lower exponents in descending order are x cubed. Then the last one is negative 2x. Negative 2x. And the constant term here is negative 5. So, mayroon tayong constant term dito sa number 3. That is negative 5. Number 4, we have y equals 9x squared minus 11x raised to 4 plus 2. So, that is negative 11x raised to 4. And the terms with lower exponent in descending order is 9x squared only. And we have a constant term which is 2. Then in number 5, y equals negative 8x squared plus 2x cubed plus 6x. The term with the highest exponent is 2x cubed. Then the terms with lower exponent in descending order is negative 8x squared Then next is 6x. So wala tayong constant term sa number 5. So dapat pag inarrange mo siya dito, terms with lower exponent in descending order, mauuna yung mas malaking, yung term na may mas malaking exponent, then panghuli yung term na may maliit, pinakamaliit na exponent. Okay? So I hope na-gets ninyo ang ating activity dito. So let's proceed to our lesson. Writing polynomial function in standard form. Okay, so again, ang ating polynomial ay nasa standard form siya kapag naka-arrange yung ating power in decreasing order. Okay? So kapag naka-arrange siya in decreasing order yung ating power, yan ay naka-standard form. Ang ating polynomial function ay naka-standard form. So when giving a final answer, you must write the polynomial function in standard form. Standard form means that you write the terms by decreasing exponents. Okay? So mag-uumpisa ka sa term na may pinakamalaki ang exponent hanggang doon sa term na pinakamaliit ang exponent. Then pinakadulo ang ating constant term kung mayroon siyang constant. Okay, so here's what to do when you are arranging, when you write the polynomial function to standard form. Number 1, write the term with the highest exponent first. Then write the terms with lower exponent in descending order. Remember that a variable with no exponent has an understood exponent of 1. A constant term always comes last. So, pinakadulo yung ating constant term. So, example, write the following polynomial functions in standard form. Number 1, y equals 1 plus 2x plus x raised to 5 minus 4x cubed plus 2x raised to 4 plus 5x squared. So here is, let's arrange this in descending order. Let's arrange the powers in descending order para naka-standard form na siya. So y, number 1, y is equal to, pinakauna ay yung term na may pinakamalaki ang exponent, which is x raised to 5. Then next is yung plus 2x raised to 4. Next is yung negative 4x cubed. Then next is plus 5x squared. Then next is plus 2x. And the last one is the constant term, which is 1. So this is our standard form. So ito yung ating standard form sa number 1. Now let's proceed to number 2. F of x equals 5x plus 9x squared minus 3x raised to 8. So again, f of x is equal to negative 3x raised to 8 kasi yan yung ating term na may pinakamalaking exponent. So siya yung mauuna. Kasunod ang 9x squared plus 9x squared. Then, sa dulo ang ating 5x. Siya yung term na may pinakamaliit ang exponent. So, ito yung ating standard form sa number 2. Standard form ng ating polynomial function. Number 3. Y equals x times the quantity of x squared minus 5. So, what are we going to do here is i-multiply muna natin siya. I-multiply muna natin. So, that is a y equals, so x times x squared is x cubed. Then, x times negative 5 is negative 5x. So, kung naka-factored form siya, i-multiply mo muna yung ating mga factors para makuha mo yung ating standard form. So dito, x times quantity of x squared minus 5. So i-multiply natin yung x sa lahat ng term na nasa loob ng ating parenthesis. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. So that is the standard form of our polynomial function in number 3. So let's proceed to another example, number 4. Okay, so we have f of x equals negative x times x minus 4 times x plus 4. Okay, class, so dito, f of x is equal to, kagaya pa rin ng sinabi ko kanina, i-multiply natin siya. So, unahin natin itong x minus 4 at saka quantity of x minus 4 at quantity of x plus 4. So, that is x times x is x squared. Then, x times 4 is 4x. Then, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Pwede nyo apply dito yung FOIL. Then, negative 4 times positive 4 is negative 16. Okay, so una, itong x muna, pwede nyo i-apply nyo yung FOIL method natin ha. So, x times x, x squared, x times this one. X times x is x squared. Then, next is x times 4 tayo. Okay, x times 4. This one. X times 4 is 4x. Then, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. At negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. Okay, so simplify. That is x times x squared. 4x minus 4x is 0. So that is x squared minus 16. Then x times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 16 is negative 16x. So f of x is equal to x cubed minus 16x. So ito yung ating standard form ng ating polynomial function sa number 4. So let's proceed to our another part of our lesson, writing polynomial function in factored form. So we will focus on polynomial functions of degree 3 and higher, since linear and quadratic functions were already taught in previous grade levels. The polynomial function must be completely factored. So examples. Write the following polynomial functions in factored form. Number 1. So y equals x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x minus 12. So dito class, ang gagawin natin is gagamitin natin ang synthetic division to find the factors of this polynomial function. So ano yung pinakauna natin gagawin? Pinaka-importante, i-arrange mo muna. You must see to it na naka-arrange yung ating polynomial function in decreasing order according to powers. Okay, naka-arrange yung ating polynomial function in decreasing order according to powers. So, dapat naka-standard form muna siya. And then, kapag naka-standard form na siya, hanapin natin yung mga possible roots. Possible roots gamit ang rational root theorem. Then, kapag may possible roots na tayo, doon na tayo magsi-synthetic division para mahanap ang factors. So, example, dito sa number 1. So, naka-arrange na siya in descending order according to powers. So, naka-standard form na to. So, hanapin natin yung ating possible roots. So, kapag sinabi natin rational root theorem, ibig sabihin ratio. So, nakaporma siyang ganito, P over Q. So, ganyan yung kanyang forma. So, ito yung ating P. Ito yung ating P. At ang Q naman natin is yung leading coefficient ng ating leading term. So, ano yung leading coefficient ng ating leading term dito? 1. So, ito yung ating leading term, yung x cubed. ang ating Q ay ang kanyang leading coefficient. So, 1. Ito yung ating Q. Okay, so that is a P over Q is equal to positive, negative. Okay, factors of 12, ano yung mga factors ng ating P? Factors ng 12 is 1, tsaka 2, right? Then, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Right? Dahil 12 is pwedeng 1 times 12, pwede rin siyang 2 times 6, at saka 3 times 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So, since 1 naman yan, yung ating Q, so that is 1. So, 1 divided by 1 is, so the possible roots here are, positive, negative 1, kasi 1 divided by 1 is 1. Positive, negative 2, 2 divided by 1 is 2. Then positive, negative 3, positive, negative 4, positive, negative 6, and positive, negative 12. So right here, ito na yung ating mga possible roots. So pwede na natin gamitin to, yung mga possible roots natin sa ating synthetic division. So gamitin na natin ang ating synthetic division dito. So 1, we have 1, 3, negative 4 as our dividend. 1, 3, negative 4, and negative 12. Then, let's use 1 as our divisor. Itong 1. So, bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then, 3 plus 1 is 4. Then, 4 times 1 is 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. So, hindi siya. Okay, hindi ito yung ating factor na hinahanap. Okay, so hindi siya factor. Hindi siya root, real root ng ating polynomial function. So, palitan natin. So, let's use another one. So, gumamit tayo ng another possible root na pwede. Okay, so gamitin natin itong 2. Okay, so gamitin natin yung 2. Tingnan natin kung real root ba siya. So, 1, bring down 1. Then, 1 times 2 is 2. Then, 3 plus 2 is 5. Then, 5 times 2 is 10. Negative 4 plus 10 is positive 6. So, 6 times 2 is 12. So, that is 0. So, ibig sabihin itong 2 ay real root ng ating polynomial function. Kasi 0 ang kanyang remainder. So, ito, kapag ginawa natin siyang polynomial, itong ating 2, yan ay magiging x minus 2. Okay? So, let's proceed now. I-continue lang natin gamit itong ating quotient. So, 1, kopyahin mo lang yung 1, 5, at saka 6. Then, ito naman yung gamitin natin as dividend. So, gamitin natin itong negative 2. Tapos na tayo sa positive 2 kanina. So, ito namang negative 2 na possible root natin. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Okay, so 5 plus negative 2 is positive 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So, 6 plus negative 6 is 0. So, therefore, ang ating factors dito, since 0 yan, so ibig sabihin itong negative 2 ay real root So, kapag ginawa natin siyang polynomial, ito ay magiging x plus 2. At ito naman ay x plus 3. So, therefore, the factors of our polynomial function are x minus 2, x plus 2, and x plus 3. So these are the factors of our polynomial function. Okay? So I hope na-gets niyo yung ating example number 1. So let's proceed now to example number 2. Y equals 3x squared plus x cubed minus 8 minus 6x. So ganun pa rin, you must see to it na yung ating polynomial function ay naka-standard form. So dito sa number 2, hindi pa siya naka-standard form. So i-arrange natin yung ating mga terms in descending order according to powers, according to exponent. So y is equal to, pinakaunang term natin dyan ay ang x cubed plus kasunod yung 3x squared, then minus 6x, sa dulo na ang ating constant term na negative 8. So, ayan, naka-standard form na siya. So, hanapin natin ngayon yung mga possible roots gamit ang rational root theorem. So, yung ating p dito is yung ating negative 8. Ito yung ating p. At again, yung ating q dito is 1. Okay, 1 yung ating q. So, therefore, p over q is equal to positive, negative. Mga factors ni 8, that is 1, kasi 1 times 8, at saka 2 times 4. Yun lang naman yung factors niya. 2, 4, at saka 8. So, yan lang yung mga factors niya. Tapos, yung 1 naman ay 1. Kaya yan is equal, kaya yan ay p over q equals positive, negative 1, kasi 1 divided by 1 is 1. Positive, negative 2 divided by 1, 2. Then, positive, negative 4 divided by 1 is 4. At positive, negative 8 divided by 1 is 8. So, ito yung ating mga possible roots. Okay, so, ito yung ating mga possible roots. So, pwede na natin itong gamitin para sa ating synthetic division, para makuha natin yung mga factors ng ating polynomial function. So, gamitin natin una yung 1, positive 1 tayo. So, i-list down natin dito yung ating mga dividend. 1, 3, negative 6, and negative 8. So, ito yung mga coefficient ng ating term sa ating polynomial function. Yan yung ating gagamitin sa pag-divide. So, bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Then negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. And that is a negative 2. So, hindi siya 0 kasi negative 10 yung ating remainder. So, therefore, yung positive 1 ay hindi siya real root ng ating polynomial function. Kaya hindi siya magiging factor. So, gamamit tayo ng iba. Okay, so let's try to use negative 1. Negative 1 tayo. Try natin yung negative 1. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Then 3 plus negative 1 is positive 2. Then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, right? So, negative 6 plus negative 2 is negative 8. Then, negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. So, negative 8 plus 8 is 0. So, itong negative 1 ay real root. So, ibig sabihin, factor siya ng ating polynomial function kapag ginawa natin siyang kapag ginawa nating polynomial itong ating divisor na negative 1. So, yan ay magiging x plus 1. Then, gamitin natin itong 1, 2, at saka negative 8. So, gumamit tayo ng positive 2 as our divisor. Ayan, positive 2. So, bring down 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Then, 2 plus 2 is 4. Then, 4 times 2 is 8. So, negative 8 plus 8 is 0. Okay, so ito ay x minus 2. At ito naman ay x plus 4. Okay, so therefore, ang ating factors dito, y is equal to x plus 1. Malaki pa yung space natin dito. Okay, so the other one is x minus 2. And the last one is x plus 4. So, ito yung ating factored form ng ating polynomial function using synthetic division. So, finactor natin yung polynomial function using synthetic division. Okay, number 3. Y equals x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Okay, again, just like what we did in our previous example, so kailangan yung masituate na naka-standard form yung ating polynomial function. So, dito sa number 3, siya ay naka-standard form na. Kasi naka-arrange na yung terms in descending order according to power or according to exponent. Okay, so since naka-arrange na yan, hanapin natin yung ating mga possible roots using rational root theorem. So dito, P, ito yung ating P. Again, 1 pa rin yung ating Q dito. Okay, so P over Q is equal to positive, negative 1, and 2 over 1. So that is P over Q. The possible roots here is positive, negative 1 and positive, negative 2. Okay, so gamitin na natin ang synthetic division para mahanap ang ating factors. So, isulat natin dito yung mga coefficient ng ating mga terms ng ating polynomial function. So, 1. So, since wala tayong x squared, magdagdag lang tayo dito ng 0 para sunod-sunod siya. 1, 0, then negative 3. Kasi walang x squared, di ba? Kung makikita ninyo sa number 3, wala siyang x squared. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pag-divide, mag-add tayo dito ng 0. Then, bago yung negative 3. Then, pang last is yung positive 2. Okay, so gamitin natin yung 1 na root natin, na possible root natin. So, gamitin natin yung 1. Tingnan natin kung real root ba siya. So, bring down 1. 1 divided by 1 is, 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Then negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 and that is 0. Okay, so therefore, itong 1 ay real root at siya ay factor ng ating polynomial function kapag ginawa nating polynomial ito, itong ating divisor. So, yan ay magiging x minus 1. Yan ay magiging x minus 1. So, we have here 1, then 1, then negative 2. Okay, so gamitin natin yung negative 1. Try natin yung negative 1. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. 0 times negative 1 is 0. So, the remainder is negative 2. Okay, so therefore, hindi itong negative 1. That is wrong. So, hindi siya factor ng ating polynomial function. So, gumamit tayo ng another possible root. Okay, so gamit tayo ng possible root. Let's try positive 2. So bring down 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Then 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. So hindi rin. Kasi hindi 0 yung ating remainder. So hindi rin yan. Okay, so what we are going to do is yung negative 2. So gamitin natin yung negative 2. So bring down 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 1 plus negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. So negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay, so therefore, since 0 na ang ating remainder, factor siya ng ating polynomial function. Itong ating negative 2 dito kapag ginawa natin siyang polynomial. Yan ay magiging x plus 2. At ito naman ay x minus 1. So the factors of our polynomial function are x minus 1. X minus 1, dalawa yung ating x minus 1 dito. Then the other one is x plus 2. So since dalawa yung x minus 1 natin, yan ay magiging y equals quantity of x minus 1 squared times quantity of x plus 2. So this is the factored form of our polynomial function. So ito yung factored form ng ating polynomial function. Number 4. Y equals x raised to 4 minus 5x squared plus 4. Okay, so dito, naka-arrange na siya. Yung ating terms in descending order according to power or according to exponent. So naka-standard form na yan. Hanapin na lang natin yung mga possible roots. So ito yung ating p. Then again, yung ating q dito is 1. Okay, so yung ating p over q is equal to positive, negative, yung mga factors ng ating p at saka q. So yung factors ni p, 1 times 4 at saka 2 times 2. So 1, 2, and 4. Yan lang yung factors, di ba? Ng ating 4. Then 1 ulit dyan sa baba. So p over q is equal to positive, negative 1 kasi 1 divided by 1 is 1. Positive, negative 2 divided by 1 is 2. Then positive, negative 4 divided by 1 is 4. So ito yung ating mga possible roots. So ngayon, mag-synthetic division na tayo gamit yung mga possible roots natin. Okay, so isulat natin dito yung ating mga coefficient ng ating mga terms sa ating polynomial function. So 1, negative 5. Okay, so dito class, since wala tayong 3, di ba wala siyang x cube. So what we are going to do here is mag-add tayo ng 0. Magdagdag tayo dito ng 0. So 1, 0, then bago negative 5, at saka wala din tayong x dito. So another 0 ulit, then the last one is 4. Kasi wala tayong x dito. So ang mangyayari class, magiging ganito siya. Y equals x raised to 4 plus 0x cubed minus 5x squared. Then wala tayong x plus 0x ka ulit dyan plus 4. Okay? So, gamitin na natin yung ating mga roots para yung ating mga possible roots. Okay, so gamitin natin yung 1. Yung 1 muna yung ating gamitin dito. Positive 1. Ayan. So, i-divide na natin. Bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1, 1. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 0 plus negative 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 4 plus negative 4 is 0. Okay? So we have 1, So since 0 yung ating remainder dito, itong 1 ay real root ng ating polynomial function. So ibig sabihin, kapag ginawa natin itong polynomial, factor siya ng ating polynomial function. So ito ay magiging x minus 1. Then next, continue lang natin to. 1, 1, negative 4, then negative 4. Gamitin naman natin yung negative 1. So bring down 1 ka lang dyan. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 1 plus negative 1 is 0. 0 times negative 1 is 0. Negative 4 plus 0 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So negative 4 plus 4, positive 4 is 0. Okay, so 0 yung ating remainder. Ibig sabihin, yung negative 1 ay real root. So yan ay magiging x plus 1. So continue lang natin dito sa taas. 1, 0, negative 4. Yan, gamitin naman natin yung 2. Okay, so bring down 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So ibig sabihin, itong 2 ay real root ng ating polynomial function. Siya ay magiging, so kapag real root, factor yan ng ating polynomial function. So ito ay magiging x minus 2. Ito naman ay x plus 2. So ayan, kompleto na. Kasi kung yung degree mo ay 4, yung degree ng ating polynomial ay 4, 4, ibig sabihin mayroon din siyang 4 na factor. So dito, yung ating factors ay x minus 1, mayroon din tayong 4 na factors. At saka x plus 1, x minus 2, at x plus 2. So ito yung ating factors ng ating polynomial function. So ito yung factored form ng ating polynomial function. Y is equal to quantity of x minus 1 times quantity of x plus 1 times quantity of x minus 2 times quantity of x plus 2. So do you have any question in our lesson? If none, let's proceed to our activity. Okay, so letter A, first part of our activity, complete the table. So in the first column, we have the polynomial function. In the second column, the term. Isulat ninyo yung term with highest exponent. So yung pinaka malaki ang exponent. Then, in the third column is yung terms with lower exponent in descending order. Then, yung constant term natin. Tapos, isulat mo na rin ang kanyang standard form. Okay? So, yun yung sa letter A. Okay, so in letter B, match the following polynomial functions into its standard or factored forms. Numbers 6 to 10 have two answers, which is its standard and factored form. So ito yung inyong gagawin sa letter B. Then write your answers in a one whole sheet of paper or pwede rin sa notebook. Tapos picturean ninyo and then upload sa ating Google Classroom. So that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye, class.